Well, thank you so much, Markie. It's great to see you again. And it's great to be here at the White House, where President Trump is already off to a great start, and we're working very hard every day.
Yeah, I think everybody, the entire country, is reacquainting themselves with the speed at which he works, Karoline. I mean, how has that been for you, just in your new role, keeping up with him on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I always joke, but it's true that I believe I'm a third of President Trump's age, and it's difficult for me to keep up with him. Nobody works harder than President Trump, and he is delivering at breakneck speed on all of the promises he made on the campaign trail, and we're not slowing down. There's a lot of work to be done. The new inflation numbers came out yesterday. The Biden administration left President Trump with an economic mess that he has to clean up. We saw that our border was completely broken. President Trump got to work on day one to sign historic executive orders to secure the border, and we know illegal border crossings are now down 95% already. So there's been a lot of progress, but certainly still a lot more work to be done, both here at home and also abroad, as President Trump continues discussions with world leaders to end the war in Ukraine, and also is working very hard to create peace in the Middle East.
And I want to cover the gamut on everything you just mentioned. Let's start with today, because I know President Trump is promising this news conference today on DOGE findings of widespread fraud and abuse. He claimed on Wednesday, Karoline, there was, quote, no chance there's not kickbacks with this government money. What can we expect today from that? Any evidence?
Oh, yes, there's plenty of evidence. I presented some of that evidence in my briefing yesterday. And we have very long lists of contracts that DOGE has identified that don't align with President Trump's policies and the will of the American people. Contracts for things like DEI programs in Sri Lanka or sex change surgeries in Guatemala. The truth is, the sad truth, is that the American people have been funding millions and millions of dollars worth of programs for LGBTQ, DEI, sex change nonsense in foreign countries abroad. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg. President Trump campaigned on creating a Department of Government Efficiency, tapping Elon Musk to lead that. They're moving very quickly, and what they are finding is truly appalling. So President Trump will present some of that evidence today, but the Department of Government Efficiency is doing it daily. They are posting the receipts of the contracts and the funds that they are finding on X. They also have a website where they are posting what they're finding in real time. And this is a whole of government effort. The entire administration, all of President Trump's cabinet secretaries are going line by line at every federal agency and identifying the waste, fraud, and abuse. And then, of course, greenlighting programs that are absolutely necessary for America, both here and also abroad as well. And this is long overdue. It's about time that our federal government runs like a business, just like every other small business and large business over in our country has to look at money in, money out. It's a common sense solution.
And let's talk about some of the slashing that's being done right now. And I want to play a bit of sound for you, Karoline, because Elon Musk just made a virtual appearance at the World Government Summit in Dubai overnight, where he talked about doing away with entire agencies. Let me play a bit of that for folks at home first.
We do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. Because if you leave part of them behind, it's easy. It's kind of like if leaving a weed. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back.
Yeah, Karoline, when President Trump's second term sees its sunset come 2028, 2029, what federal agencies will be entirely eradicated, you think?
Well, we've already essentially gotten rid of USAID. We have streamlined the necessary programs from USAID into the State Department, and Secretary Marco Rubio, who was unanimously confirmed by the United States Senate, is now overseeing those funds. I think that's a huge win for the American people, as we identified massive amounts of taxpayer waste throughout that agency that was going abroad. The president has talked about abolishing the Department of Education. I will let him announce that when he is ready, but it's something he talked a lot about on the campaign trail, and something he's been talking about here at the White House. America's education system is failing our students. There is no doubt about that, despite being one of the top countries in the world when it comes to spending per pupil. And so the president is offering a bold solution to return education to the states and ensure parents also have a much greater say in their child's education. Those are just a couple. I'm sure there will be more to come.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.